How's it going, Rackle viewers, and welcome back to part 2 of our Esterisle's Cartography Guild session. No idea what's happening, no idea what's going on, still waiting on details for a potion, so... yeah, let's see what happens. Let's rejoin the Discord. Am I back early?
No,
I don't know.
I was
I
about to
didn't even leave.
usually I walk in on middle of a weird conversation happening. It was weird when I was greeted with silence. Still myth my frickin' Kotar save is screwed.
how many mods did you have?
That's the thing, I didn't have many. In fact, I think I only had 3 or 4. Like, it wasn't that bad, but one of them was the Knights of the Republic Restoration mod, which literally has to patch itself into the game itself. So something along that was what was making the issue, then the entire friggin' thing is screwed anyway. But it was nice to see all the stuff that they cut from the game, from mostly kind of weird social interactions to a Pazak tournament, which was a pain in the butt. I remember Pazak being easier than that.
Yeah, I don't know what Pazak is.
It's kind of like...
It's the first time I've not known something about Star Wars.
I know, right? It's kind of like blackjack, except 2 players are being dealt cards ranging anywhere between 1 and 10, and you have a side deck of 5 cards you have control that you can either add to the number that's played or subtract from the number that's played, and the goal is to try to hit 20 or as close to 20 without going over, and your opponent is either trying to match you or beat you.
You beat him back.
Like, it's a very simple card game, but it's weird because you swear to God someone's cheating half the time.
Which game? Hearthstone? Sounds like Hearthstone.
No, it's not Hearthstone. It's Pazak.
Dennis knows what Pazak is.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's a card game from Knights of the Republic.
That's why. Okay.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Like, I can see why they cut some of this content, because it kind of felt weird or weirdly out of place, but some of it's just like, you're running into characters that you met way earlier on just randomly and doing little things for them here and there, which I don't get why they were cut, because they're nice little additions. Like, hey, cool, this guy I beat in this freaking tournament back on a planet that kind of got bombarded to hell is alive, and he just wants to take my title for fun and freaking, BS reasons because he sucks, and he thought, oh, taking my title will make him somehow better.
Isn't Kotor getting remastered?
That's the weird part. Like, they're saying it's getting remade, but not
okay.
remaster of the original game. Like, they're just making a new Knights of the Old Republic, which kind of makes no sense if they're trying to make it part of canon. Like, you have established the High Republic, which takes place 300 years before the movies. Why would you make another underscore Republic, even though it's something that fans know, but it's not part of the new canon, unless they bring it up to speed and incorporate the Old Republic into the High Republic era, which I would think would make a whole lot of more sense, minus the Darth Revan portions of it. Because my biggest problem with the Old Republic games was how the hell the 3,000 years go by and society and technology just did not progress whatsoever. Yet you see clear and obvious progression between the prequels and the sequels. Like, just technology improved, but not during the 3,000 year gap. Like, that made no sense to me ever.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Not how technology works.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they just hit like a technological plateau or something. Because
even like the thing about the conflict is just like, oh, Sith versus Jedi, or Sith versus or Empire versus Republic. It's like, really, like, you're telling me just the same shit just keeps cycling in Star Wars over and over and over again?
that's one of the reasons I really enjoyed The Mandalorian. Because it kind of gave you insight of what was happening to other groups, all this other major crap was going on. Like,
Mhm.
the Mandalorians got screwed the hell over.
Multiple times.
But then again, so did the Jedi, and just about anything even associated with them when the Empire took hold.
Well, to be fair, the Jedi only got screwed over one time in a major way. The Mandalorians got screwed over during the Civil War, during the battle what they had between them and the Jedi. So they've had quite a few fuck-ups.
There were 2 Jedi purges.
Not in the new canon.
Who cares about new canon?
People?
The current canon, so yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. I mean, don't get me wrong, if they did remaster it, and if they remastered it just following the same, like, story of the original KOTOR 1 and 2, I won't have a complaint, honestly. Because those games still hold up really good, other than graphically. Like, the storyline's still pretty decent to play through again. The gameplay, for some odd reason, held up really friggin' well, which both surprised and didn't surprise me, given it's kind of turn-based. It's just a good game.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, I only played KOTOR 2 once, and I don't remember the exact plot details. Meanwhile, KOTOR 1, I must have played like 10 times.
Right.
Is Nathan back?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Oh,
What
It's
do you guys talk?
he's shrunk to immeasurable
Yeah, I was about to
size.
say, I don't see you on the
There he
camera, so I figured you, like, walked away or something because you weren't
I'm
inputting.
just like, I haven't heard him talk at all. Is all
I
I'm
was
saying.
talking to
So
y'all.
yeah, I wasn't here when you were talking, I guess.
Hey, is Michael back?
Oh my god.
is. Michael's
So-
just invisible.
So how long did we say we were staying here?
Like
a-
3 days maybe until I get my spell scroll. But I am still gonna like the next day
Right.
teleport to Maryland to drop off the rents, as Gwydion would obviously call them.
Obviously.
Right. That's what people do. I would say probably 3 days, which would make today the
Today, the day that we just did all this stuff, I'll have to tell you, it's
like
the
the-
27th.
it's 28th actually. Get your shit together.
Oh my god.
Oh no, what's happening? Oh, yeah, that makes gotcha.
No, for
All
sure.
right, yeah. So that next day, your parents kind of just they brought some money with them. They essentially took up like a small rental house over by the sea while you were away. That following morning, which would have been the 29th, you go and visit them, ready to take them home. And you knock on the door after a little bit of time. The door slowly opens at first, and then opens wide up to reveal your mother on the other side. Gwydion, you came to visit.
Hello, Mom.
Smile on my face.
Yes, I actually came to say that should be safe to go back home now. People are pretty much done inquiring about you, according to insert name here of guide that we both forgot.
Jeeves.
According to
Jeez.
Jeeves.
Oh. Yeah. Well, that's good news. In that case, we didn't really bring a lot of things with us. when are we departing?
Guess whenever you feel like. I had reason to stop by the Magistorum anyways, so today is fine. We were going to set off within the next few days, but I can just teleport you back over there and go back the next day.
You can.
Yes, something I've learned to do recently. I've been advancing in my studies.
That's just quite impressive. I didn't realize you were I suppose I should just I'll go fetch your father, and she kind of runs back in. A little bit of time passes, and you guys they get all their stuff together, everything they're bringing back with them. And how many castings of teleportation circle did you get?
Well, it doesn't matter for this because there's a teleportation circle in our house. So
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I bothered asking, because that's just true.
and I'm probably I'm gonna assume there's gonna be one of the Magistorum I can use as well, so I won't have to go through either.
Yeah, there are a few, in fact.
Excellent.
But we'll get to that momentarily. Well, you cast the spell.
Yes, I bring him home.
Yeah.
It still takes like 10 minutes to cast, even if there's a pre-existing circle, I think.
Yeah, you have to program the sigils to go to the right place. So you take some time to do that. And when the three of you are ready, you cast the spell, and the metal frame of the circle begins to glow. But instead of the red-hot glow from Elrin's casting, this takes on a pale blue hue and almost shimmers as if it was a mirage. And you swear you can see a room lying beyond it. Knowing that you need to avoid hesitation, you encourage the two of them to traverse through the circle, and you make your way through into through the wall and into a larger nonagonal room with 8 identical circles etched into the walls, each with small sconces burning with pale flames of different colors on either of their sides. Gwydion, this is the transport room at the heart of the Magistorum Arcana.
Checks out.
In the center of the room is a man with a thick, waxed mustache, wearing a uniform befitting a rank of Magister within the Magistorum. You would know him as Magister Henry Lachlan.
Ooh.
Excuse me, initiates, but you do not have an appointment with the transport room for this time. What is your name?
Oh, Gwydion Ellison.
Well, Gwydion, in the future, it is best to send word ahead of to schedule a teleportation time, as to prevent things falling into disorder. In fact, I don't even see your name on the list of approved users.
My apologies. This was just a bit of an emergency popped up, and this was the only circle that I knew of. But now that my parents are home safe, I would like to set an appointment to you. Well, how do I get approval first?
I'll file the paperwork for you this time, initiate, but just don't let it happen again. At what time do you like to schedule your departure?
Same time tomorrow.
Very well. Here, he takes out a small, a little kind of like a mini teleportation circle kind of a thing. It's not usable, but it looks like that, and it's on a necklace, and he hands it over to you. This will prove you a approved user. Just here, sign here, and he hands you over he suddenly manifests a quill and hands it over to you.
Gwydion signs away.
Fine.
This will go on your permanent record. No.
All right.
Well, here.
I'll file these away. Please. You may exit.
Thank you, Magister. Quiddian awkwardly shuffles out.
Your father, like this entire time, has been like chuckling to himself.
Well, you learn something new every day. There's a process.
And we thought you were such a big shot, finally being able to teleport around.
Not anymore.
I will say, since I've been taking up work at the Cartography Guild, I haven't visited the Magistorum very much. You could say it's been like studying abroad in a sense.
Well, it seemed to do some good. You know, like kind of. He goes to pat you on the back, but it like is with a lot more force than what is required to pat you on the back. So it kind of like shoves you a little bit.
Ooh. Powerful.
Yeah, he casts Finger of Death on you.
And you die.
Get it in a scroll. Get it in a scroll.
Not
Put it in the
again.
ring.
No.
In the ring! Wait, that's a 7th level spell.
Yeah, too
get it.
powerful for the ring.
Well, I mean, I talk to the general more often than an initiate should, I think, but it is what it is.
And you guys are like at this point starting to head out of the Magistorum and into the city streets. You can kind of see like rain clouds like starting to form on the horizon, slowly starting to creep themselves toward the city.
That's my dad.
It's my bed. Yeah, your mom just kind of like takes a look around and just smile on her face. It feels good to be back in the city.
Yes, I hope you enjoyed your time at Tortana, but it should be good to get back to normalcy.
A little vacation is nice. A bit of a distraction from the local goings-on, I suppose.
Yes, you're telling me. Well, I can't apologize enough for the incident that caused all this in the first place. But luckily we can put it behind us.
No, you were just trying to help your friend. Like, smile on her face. Don't worry about it.
Thank you for understanding. I will be staying the night, because I can only teleport once per day. So, you know, I can help you move back in or whatever, you know, just set up again. I might look around the city for a little bit, but other than that, you know, just relax for a little bit.
Well, I suppose it would be nice to, well, we only really brought a few changes of clothes with us whenever we left. But we did bring some souvenirs. I suppose this should be properly placed. So you guys take a little bit of time to, like, you know, get everything, kind of get back to the state of things. It's actually a lot easier to you come back from vacation when you have a, you know, a repertoire of servants that keep the house for you.
Yes.
And as you're going in, like you do, smell some food being cooked. So like it seems that Jeeves has told everyone of their arrival. It's a nice homecoming, and you spend the rest of the day, assuming you didn't have any other like things you wanted to bring up, conversing with your family, eating some just fantastic food. Your parents' chef is killer.
He's what?
He's a killer.
I already dealt with that.
He's to die for. He's to die for.
Oh, the clone spell got brought up earlier. He's infiltrated my life.
he cast wish to send himself back in time to be your parents' chef.
Oh, that's awkward.
This is outright convoluted.
In any case, it's a nice night. It's a good dinner, and it kind of makes you forget about like all of the fucking shit you've had to deal with over the last couple of days. It's been quite the week. Killing a friend, becoming a homeowner, almost being disintegrated, investigating, like traveling through time.
A lot.
Just have to get through this week, I tell myself.
Pretty much. In any case, the next day eventually comes. It feels weird waking up in your old bed. You've just been so used to sleeping in like your little bedroll and like on your ship and in the guild hall even, that it's like kind of strange to be back here of all places. But do you have it's a nice feeling, and after a little bit of breakfast you say your goodbyes, noticing the storm clouds starting to get closer still to the city, and you depart back toward Tortana.
How narratively foreboding, I tell myself in my head.
Lauren tells you in
A
your head.
storm is approaching. I'm sure if I were in a book or some kind of narration, it would mean something. But this is real life, so.
This seems odd to notice right now.
Yes.
I usually don't notice things like this.
Yes.
They just happen.
Everything's fucked. I mean, I'm trying to think of stuff I could do in the Magistorium, but like that dude calling me an initiate kind of got to me. So like, I don't know how I advance my rank, but I would like to.
Go to
Is there a
class.
faction quest line I can do, or something? Like I've kind of been ignoring the Magistorium just because it's on another island.
Yeah.
I could try talking to the general, but I don't have much to bring up besides, hey, cursed by a god. I don't know if you'll try to exploit that or something, so I'm not going to tell you.
Hey, here's this thing I'm not going to tell you. Modify memory.
Yeah. Oh, shit, hold on. You would pass the save, but like, I could do that.
She might not pass the save.
You might not. Why would I ever take that risk?
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea. In any case, how you progress to be a, to the Mages Guild quest line, pretty much next requires you to graduate.
Fuck. I just have to wait. I might graduate in real life before then.
Well, I mean, there have been examples. I mean, you're basically. I mean, you kind of made a joke about being kind of a work study, but that's pretty much it. You have basically been on a work study. So an example, like, you could be like an exception to certain things. So you might be able to convince someone to promote you.
I can feel myself being an exception for reasons, but I just I don't know how to bring that up in casual conversation.
It's like Hey, by the way, I'm a player character, so if you want
Yes, hello.
to move this forward,
I've been leveling up quite quickly. I would be a good investment.
Fuck's a player character.
I can cast more powerful spells than any other initiate.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
for sure by this point. Holy shit.
Yeah, like you know that Magister guy? I'm probably about as powerful as him. Can we
Speed it up a little bit. Like, I can teleport now.
Fight him for rights to school.
I've killed an archmage. Like, that's just like that makes me an archmage, I think.
yeah, you kill him and take his place.
Yeah. I guess I can, like, there's definitely a library. There would have to be, otherwise why would I go? I can, like, quickly look at some of my typical research topics, I guess, in addition to this little clone spell that got brought up. See if there's anything like that. Not that me looking at methods of extending my own life would be suspicious in any way.
Make an
What
Arcana
the fuck?
check.
This guy doesn't want to die? What the fuck?
Ah, fuck.
Okay.
It's an off day.
It's a bit of an off day. You find some record.
I could
Oh.
hold on. I could use my researcher feat or background. Fucking what's it called? Whatever. This thing.
None of us
this
know.
thing.
I think I know it because I have it.
All right, go ahead and just roll one more time. We're gonna call this advantage. Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, necromancy's over here. I'm gonna look that way. Make it a little bit easier. You look into this particular spell, clone. It's clone. There is no like registered sigil of it. Like, you can find registered sigils here in the Arcanum upon occasion. Like things like Fireball, Magic Missile, Mage Armor, things like that. In fact, you probably learned some like Mage Armor and things like that, like your first level spells, from those kind of sigils that they kind of have that they let you
Checks out.
copy down for initiates and stuff. There is not one for clone. It is a peculiarly it's a very rare spell. Not many have strove to accomplish this, and many have been stricken from the record for doing such a thing. Doing that sort of magic is very much frowned
I
upon.
mean, that makes sense. There was like whispering at me. He was like,
right, like necromancy is, you know, people tend to err on the side of caution with necromancy. Rather, people just not deal with that sort of thing, and have to worry about their intentions rather than just, you know, letting them do whatever and hope they're fine, you know. In any case, you hear of like, you know, there's things on like liches and like, you know, like information on like the inner workings of what this sort of like philosophical debates on like the use of it. You get a sense from this that you'd probably be best off maybe looking through like, say, temples of the puppet master, things like that. So there's a dark god, basically a shaded one, named the puppet master. He's the patron deity of undead and like manipulation, and things like that. That crypt that you entered, that's a crypt that is run by priests, you know, the secret priests of the puppet master, for necromancers to use their deceased brethren as like a sort of like a last rite after their death, basically. If you could find a temple, you might be able to find a necromancer. they do have like a working relationship typically.
Sandra gets more and more suspicious by the day. However, I'm used to dealing with suspicious people, and the fact that he is this openly suspicious kind of eases my mind, if that makes sense.
Same.
Better
Never mind.
Better than being secretive about how
Right.
suspicious they are.
Okay, I'm not suspicious, but I am a cannibal man.
Yeah.
Versus, yeah. Hey, by the way, I'm suspicious, but look, I'm fine.
Yeah. At least I'm honest.
I'm just a necromancer. It's okay. If I had an undead
Honestly.
army, you'd probably be joining it, maybe.
Just simply give me the ability to extend my life, and I'll give you some cool stuff.
In any case,
Thank you.
in your research on life extension and those sorts of magical, tomfoolery, as it were, you get this strange feeling, like a cold chill that fills your entire body.
A thriller.
And before you realize, you find yourself on top of a tower. I'll let you open your notes.
Okay, it's open.
Okay. You find yourself on top of your tower. The golden phoenix statue above you. The invading armies push back your undead soldiers that are surrounding the entire city. And for a moment, they genuinely believe that they're going to win. They're pushing back all of your forces and starting to enclose upon you. But as they approach the tower, you fear over what they might do to you. Your confusion at why they are angered by you simply doing what they had asked in the first place, in anger at those who had worshipped you, now running in fear of the sight. It's all combined into a scream that pierces through death itself. The soldiers outside are stunned briefly, unaware of what had happened or where that scream came from. They hesitate for a second, but it's just enough to be caught by surprise as their allies, just having died from undead around them, raise themselves off the battlefield and shamble their way towards them. It lasts the end of the night, but as the sun rises, you see below you nothing but undead that you had created. Looking over them, you feel at peace. These creatures could never harm you. They won't lead you astray, and they'll never fear you. Over the years, you notice your flesh beginning to grow old and gaunt, but never perishing. Even as your eyes rot out of your head, you still see. You still live. You rule over your city of the dead for centuries, eventually coming to your final conclusion. Your power is to exert your will over death itself, and the distinction between life and death is fundamentally meaningless. Your long, long life ends when a great army under the banner of the Marshal reconquers the city and ultimately challenge you personally. You take many with you, but ultimately the Phoenix statue falls and shatters upon the ground, and you turn to dust before them. With this, you recall all of the memories of the Phoenix Queen, Kada N. In addition, you get this here boon.
Ooh. Where are you posting this?
I'm DMing it to him.
I want to know.
He now has the ability to cast Dance Macabre at will.
Oh god.
Wow. I don't. Can I even cast that spell? Like,
I don't
normally?
think so.
I think it's a bard spell. Yeah, I think it's a bard spell.
And a warlock spell.
Oof. Okay. No, Dance Macabre is Warlock Wizard.
That's what I thought.
Wait, it's not a bard spell? Hold the fuck up.
No.
Bard.
Well,
It's
I mean,
not.
kind of everything.
Well, they don't literally
is a
dance.
bard
It's also
spell.
spelled. It's also spelled D-A-N-S-E. It means something else.
Yeah, it's dunce.
Whatever.
Dance,
What?
if you want to.
It's spelled with an S.
Oh, we're gonna do Montez.
Leave your zombies.
Man, if they haven't
behind.
demonetized me yet, they're not going to. I've had far worse.
Dance. You might as well dance when you cast Dance Macabre.
You might as well dance if you want to. You can.
How do you spell Kada?
Caeda.
Potatoes are coming strong this year.
Cicadas.
Hey, cicada.
All right. So yeah, you have all the memories of the Phoenix Queen. Congratulations.
Does that just happen to me when I'm reading a book?
You read a very specific book about a very specific type of thing.
I know. Yeah, I know. Last time it happened when I was asleep. Now I'm just waking. I'm just like having a brain blast of a whole centuries of life. That's painful.
You kind of wake up from like a stupor, like on the ground, like the book you were reading like collapsed over your face, like.
Oh, jeez. That sucks.
You passed out for a little bit. It's probably about an hour or so.
Classic
Okay.
Guardian.
Classic Woodian.
Classic Gwydion.
All right, that's it for me until I have to teleport back home.
As you're going to the transport room, the Magister is still there. Initiate Gwydion.
Huh? Oh, that's me. Yes.
You are late.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh. Sorry,
Very well, you may go anyway. There's no current appointments to or from the Illusion Circle. Please.
Thank
Do
you.
try to be more punctual in the future, though.
Yes. Yes, I will. Again, sorry for the trouble.
It's no matter.
Gordian kind of like walks over to the circle and just starts casting to go back home.
Right? It's easy enough. Just a few minutes pass by. You go on through the teleportation circle and come back into your Tortana-based home. Just a few extra centuries worth of memories up in there to kind of give you something to think about.
I'm old.
Give you a bunch of things to think about. Just you might have used to been a lich. Nothing big about
We've all
that.
been there.
I mean, name one person who hasn't been a lich?
Me.
I couldn't.
Well,
Liches be crazy.
All right. Yeah, liches do be crazy. That's just true. Hey, Lucian, what are you doing this week?
Well, I wanted to attune to those gauntlets and like go fishing just to see what happens when I kill shit with them. I can
So
swim
you,
faster than a fish, so.
You punch a bunch of fish and nothing seems to happen.
Oh, they just like die instantly, but they don't like do anything else.
That's usually what fish do.
Yeah, but like with the special, do they like necrose or do they just like die? Like,
I mean, they kind of like rot from the inside out whenever you use that particular ability on them. Yeah,
kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, it's like, ooh, shit, that could, imagine if that were a person. That might sting.
It's a shame that these gauntlets suck. Damn.
Surprisingly, fish
Don't like water.
easy to kill.
Can't eat the fish, can I? Because they're necrosed.
No,
No, okay.
completely, just it's rotten, man.
I'm gonna take these to Mylene and see if she wants to buy them or something.
The fuck?
Okay. Hey, I got these. Got this shitty ass.
Yo, girl,
Scott.
you want some stank fish?
But they're not shitty if you don't have something magic. They're just worse than the shit that I do have. That I have is cool.
If that's what helps you sleep at night.
I mean, it doesn't. It's just the truth.
That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, she can take them off your hands. That's no big deal. I'll hit you up with a buying price at some point in the near future as I look up those sorts of things.
Gwydion does need to stop by the. I guess I'll stop by the spell chamber just for fun, and message the Moonseer Tobias like, Kata and the Phoenix Queen. That is another life.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat what you just said? I literally just like got lost in the sauce.
Kata and the Phoenix Queen. That's another life he's sending to Tobias through the.
Oh right, yeah. I heard most of that, but like my brain just didn't put any of it together for whatever reason. Very well. I'll dig deeper, and he'll, I've yet to uncover anything particularly astounding yet, but a few more days, and I perhaps would be able to get something substantial.
Information comes to me slowly but surely. We are on a minute-long open channel, by the way. I've stumbled across an interesting device with scenting.
Really?
Yes, that actually might be worth looking into. A sigil that amplifies magic casts in it, near it, through it, I should say. For sending, I can talk to you for a minute with no word limit, just a time limit. I have yet to try other spells.
Very interesting.
Yes,
I'm familiar with the magics required, but it's quite delicate work. A lot of money.
I certainly did not make it myself. It just happened to be here, in this place where I am now. But I can draw it and send it to you next time. Maybe when I'm in Vale again. I can teleport now, so it should be easier to visit.
I would be very appreciative of that. It may find some assistance, given the nature of my work.
Thank you. Until next time.
He vocally nods.
I just hear a nod.
Yeah. You hear like the air displacement.
Onomatopoeias go through sending.
So Sen.
What's up?
On the night of the 30th.
Oh no.
About 7-ish, let's say. The sun's beginning to set. You receive a telepathic message from Ibarra. Meet me at the Wizard's Sleeve tonight. The Inquisition is on the move. 2 hours.
I'll be there.
Alright. You wait that 2 hours, just sticking around the house, decorating as you've been doing. And as you go to head out into the street and cross over to where the Wizard's Sleeve is, you do live on the same street now, which is nice. But as you turn your head down toward that end of the street, you see a dark smoke coming from that direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to the house.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
I swear to God, if Lucian's fighting another elemental, it better be 3 times the size. What?
Well, funny that you say that.
I don't like that phrasing.
Why is it funny? I'm not doing anything.
There's a fire somewhere in the city.
Did not do it.
I have a feeling it might be related to the Inquisition.
Should we call the fire department?
I don't want to be caught with my pants down, so I was
Strangely
looking
enough,
around.
not a fire department.
It's
I'm
the
not-
Inquisition. Let's kick some ass.
Well, we don't know that. I just
Should we
need all of you
invent the
follow
fire
me.
department?
Let me
If
grab
only
my
we
sword.
had some sort of department that put out fires.
I'm
We
We
Yeah.
call
pretty
them the
sure-
water department
I'm
because
pretty-
water puts out fire.
Yeah,
fire
the
department creates
dousing
fires.
league.
I like it. It's just a bunch of Eldritch Knights and no control flame.
The duplicitous dowsers.
The knights who quench.
Well, let's go.
I like that.
The quenchers.
The quenchers. Fucking.
I'm gonna go
quenchers.
towards the smoke.
All right,
Yeah, no.
you run toward the brothel.
I have a
Only to have
question.
your fears. Yes.
How much time has it been since me getting back into this happening?
Probably like 6 hours.
Okay, I will use arcane recovery
Sick.
to get that.
Oh, yeah,
physical
it's-
health log, right.
Like you come through like Sen come. No, it was just that night. Where the Wizard's Sleeve now stands is the site of a raging inferno. Fire leaking out from the windows on the higher floors, the thick smoke filling the streets. More horrifying still, hanging from the cantilever that hangs above the door, that fire pouring out from the windows on either side, is Ibarra. But not the elven form she had put on for the public, but her true fiendish form, hanging from nails embedded within her wings and wrists, blood running down her face and body into a small pool below. And on her chest, a still fresh brand of the symbol of the Inquisition. The people of Barron Street have mostly run from the fire, attempting to gather water to prevent its spread, but others just look on in hushed gasps about the creature hanging on the overhang of their local brothel.
Can I cast Healing Word?
Are all of
I can't see like word. Really?
Bad
I-
faith.
I look to the crowd gathered and I yell, "What, are all of you half-wits? There's a fire. We need to put it out."
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation, you can choose.
Yeah. Persuasion would be... Oh, no, it wouldn't actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna intimidate them. You know, I'm gonna roll a point of luck.
Well, you rolled better.
I
You
rolled
get a couple
better.
more people going to douse the flames. Do you actually know Healing Word?
I have the ring. Star ring.
Oh shit, yeah. After being healed by your magic, her eyes open
What?
faintly.
Oh
Oh
my god.
She is-
Okay.
Oh my god.
She is just barely alive.
Kyle,
Oh,
you
fuck.
fucking laughed at me. You
So-
laughed.
It was funny and really inappropriate
We've been
either way.
laughing.
No, that was funny.
As she's opening her eyes, she instinctually like tries to move her limbs, but finding no strength in them, concentrates visually, and seemingly to a painful extent, just teleports down to the ground before you and falls prone on the ground. My girls, they're still.
I'll get him. I rush in the building.
He's
You
right, I'm
run
immune to
into a
fire.
burning building.
Half-wit.
Chase
I,
after,
I mean,
I chase after
that-
Sam.
So
that's the two of you enter.
yep. I hope a Tarot is coming too. So I pour water on my
Q
cloak.
doesn't exist. We're not doing this. I'm not dealing with the extra character. He's doing something else.
So I pour water on my cloak and I put that in front of my face and I run in.
I
Okay.
follow behind and abuse this liberally. As much as possible. Granted, the
No
most
wonder
I'm,
why.
the most I'm doing is just making a path because there's
Yeah.
no way in hell I'm gonna kill all of this with that spell.
I'm
Yeah.
casting Ray of Frost wherever I can.
You want to know what's
It
funny
might
about
help
it?
a little bit.
Michael's reaction
Someone's-
earlier when you said, "Yeah, I have control flames," and Michael gave an odd reaction.
Yeah, it makes
Did
a
I?
lot more sense.
Someone-
A little bit.
I
Stay with
didn't
the,
think about it.
You're like,
Um,
what?
Dying lady.
Flames?
So, the majority of you run into this burning building and into the lounge. The upholstery already having caught fire long ago, and you look for signs of the Cortesians that applied their trade here. With the flames roaring all around and the smoke almost blinding you, I'm going to need someone to make a perception check with disadvantage.
Whoever the
I
fuck.
have a 6.
How about?
Hey, how about one of you roll with just a normal roll, just because helping and all that.
You gotta be shitting
Can
me.
it be
What's
someone
going
that's
on?
not
Shit.
Sen?
I think you still have more luck.
I'm gonna use a lot.
Yeah,
Ah,
there we
that's
go.
significantly better. Even with the sound of the crackling wood surrounding you, you can make out the screams. Most of them coming from the second floor.
Oh, yay.
This place does have 2 floors, mind you.
Lambert, how much
Yes.
do you trust me?
Oh, just do whatever at this point. Save the horse!
I'm gonna grab Lambert in a very heroic gesture, and I'm gonna dimension door to the second floor.
I hit
Okay.
this already.
First things first. I need everyone to make me Constitution saving throws. Sen, you have advantage because you put the thing over your mouth.
Oh, thank you.
I swear to
You're
God,
cloak
if I
over
start fucking Constitution saving throws now of all times. Nope, I'm still good.
Who has low con? I'll give you my thing.
You have low con, and that's it.
Hey,
Whittian?
so everyone already rolled. Heinrich, how do you feel about your constitution?
I don't think he didn't say that he was entering the building.
Gwydion is also outside.
Yeah, it's just the 3 of us in here.
Well, never mind.
Is anyone exploring the first floor or just the second?
Lucius is down there, so...
Yeah, I know that the 2 of you are doing the second floor.
I'll look for people down here because apparently they're just fucking. They fucked off.
Yeah, message to Gwydion or Lucian. Take care of the first floor. There you go.
Okay. So the 2 of you teleport up to the second floor. The sounds of screaming now getting louder as you enter this eastern section. Many closed doors line the hallway here, but getting to any one of them in particular might be complicated because the sections of hallway have slowly been collapsing as the fires have raged on. The screaming is coming from the far end of the hallway, past many of these collapsed pieces. To get there, I'm going to need you to make either an athletics or acrobatics check or to teleport again, obviously.
What if I thunderwaved it?
Thunderwave might be a little risky because it might destroy a section.
Yeah, that's true. I'll save that for when we need an exit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be a better idea.
Hey, what if I shatter some stuff?
That would also be a bad
I
idea.
feel like that would also be a bad idea.
I think that'd
Okay.
be worse, actually.
What if I cast silence on the screams? It's like they're not there.
Then I would feel terrible
Okay.
because we're not saving the hookers.
I dimension door again.
Okay. You teleport to the other side, and you can hear the screams very clearly now. Someone help us! And you try to turn the knob, but you find that the door's been locked. Can you make me a strength check?
Me or Lambert?
You.
You.
I mean, if you teleported Lambert with you, then
Yeah, Lambert came with me.
okay.
Yeah.
Then
Lambert-
Lambert can do it.
Lambert, can you do this? I'm hurting my shoulder.
Let's find out.
Give it a kick.
Not-
Yeah, you do manage to kick in the door, the fire somewhat weakening it, revealing behind it 5 courtesans all huddled together, surrounded by burning walls. The two of you begin leading them out of the burning building. Now, Lucian. Being at the ground level, you're going just room to room looking for any signs of life within the flames.
And on the way, I would like to use Brozdar's Horn of Growth to enlarge myself and use my massive body to try to smother some of the flames as I carry on.
Okay. Now, you are immune to fire. That is going to be a big boon to you.
Very immune to fire.
You managed to douse some flames. There's a lot of cloth and like upholstery and like sort of some very flammable things. The building is going to be burned down. I don't think there's any way around that presently. You might be able to contain the spread a little bit to like, the other. It's mostly about containing the fire now more than anything else.
Right.
But you managed to like kind of at the very least like make it a little more tame. Being immune to fire, you're able to like shake the doorknobs and like see if that they're hot or not, but it doesn't matter to you. You're looking through one door, 2, no luck yet, but when opening the third door, the now weakened frame collapses alongside some of the ceiling in this area. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I will make you a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah.
A natural 20.
Fantastic. Well, here. You still take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, but it's not that big of a deal. You're able to very easily escape the rubble, only having sort of slammed down a little bit. The only room left that you haven't explored is the cellar, the basement.
Alright. The basement I go.
Going to that door leading down in there, you find that it's been covered in rubble from up above. You can try to move the burning rubble off. Luckily, you are immune to fire, so it's actually fairly easy for you to do so. Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Strength check.
I mean, I don't even know why we bothered making you roll, to be completely honest. You managed to move all of the rubble, unblocking the door down into the cellar and run down inside. The cellar itself, mostly being constructed of stone, is largely untouched by the fire and the smoke, so it's even a little easier to breathe. But it's still rather hot. Again, you're immune. But who isn't immune are the 3 courtesans down here. One clutching her arm on the side, another lying unconscious but being treated by a third. You have to help. She got hit by some of the rubble on the way down to the cellar.
Healing potion!
You managed to bring her to consciousness with the healing potion. Thank you. Is it safe to go outside now? Is the Inquisition gone?
First of all, did I make a clear path? Like, is it okay to take them straight out?
You should be able to get them out just fine. Like, you don't even lean above them with your massive size.
Didn't see any Inquisition on the way here, so I'm going to assume they're gone. If they show up, we'll kill
Yeah,
them.
you haven't seen it.
Show up and kill them.
Okay. There's some that couldn't escape the top floor. They might still be up there. You have to check,
Been taken
please.
care of.
Lady's Grace. Thank you. At this point, like, all of you sort of like have courtesans in tow, managed to escape the fire, and Ivara still like injured very heavily from the crucifixion she just endured.
Yeah.
Sort of looks at all the young women exiting the building, just a relieved look on her face, and herself sort of just like, and she kind of looks up at the lot of you. Thank you. I need to hide somewhere. And then she falls unconscious, just out.
So do we bring her to the house or the ship?
House.
House seems
Okay,
safer.
house.
It is closer.
Are
It has a teleportation circle.
have
as well.
Lambert and I like left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I want to
Everyone's
check her. I want to check her office.
Yeah.
Or is that just not
Her.
possible?
I mean, it's possible, but it would be hard.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Let's get
All
back
right.
to the house.
You managed to rush back to the house with all of the courtesans there as well. Safe. Less burning. A lot of them have breathed in a lot of smoke. But otherwise,
Saved everyone.
a broken arm, some minor burns, nothing that's gonna, nothing long lasting aside from Ivara, who is unconscious. She's been healed somewhat from the healing word, but
But die, right?
just because you have HP doesn't mean you can't pass out from shock.
Okay, but she's good.
She will not die presently.
What's important?
Magical healing prevents death.
I need you guys to help me take her to the amplification chamber.
You gonna heal her? Sure. Let's do it.
That's gonna be interesting
That's
to see.
Let's
neat.
Let's bring everyone
I need-
because I think
Yep,
that's a good
this-
idea.
But I have to wait to do this with Keel.
Okay.
I mean,
So
What's
I,
ooh.
so
We just like cast healing word on them, right?
I'm going to cast Greater Restoration on her.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay.
You know, like any smoke inhalation or whatever, that would probably do something. I don't know.
And I would say that would probably like return her to consciousness at the very least.
Yeah, it's amplified too.
Yeah.
I don't know if the amplification will do anything, but I just wanted to.
I mean, Michael's got to figure it out on a spell by spell basis.
It's not quite the spell. Like, what are you trying to do with it? Is my thought.
just heal better. Heal better good. You know.
Sounds
Oh,
pretty good.
Greater Restoration does not heal.
Ends effects. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
unconsciousness is an effect. Now she's no longer unconscious.
She might be
Yeah,
exhausted. She might be exhausted.
She probably actually is quite exhausted.
I'm also going to
Um,
cast Healing Word at the 3rd level.
Okay.
You know, we could just
Um,
group everyone up in here. I could just do mass healing wood. Just saying.
I could
Oh,
also
we could
do
do
Mass Healing Word.
The one aren't you?
Because this is more precise.
Aha. Okay.
You're not special.
We're healing the people. We're
I'm,
making them not dead.
I'm special. I have an accordion with extra steps.
You do manage to undo a lot of the effects of the smoke inhalation, at the very least, with the restoration, and do bring Ivara back to consciousness. With the healing word, some of the wounds do actually begin to visibly close and like heal. They do leave some scars where they exit, but at the very least, like she seems conscious and actually, albeit maybe quite a bit sore, is able to move effectively at the very least. Leora. She kind of perches herself up, and then realizes that she's in her like natural form. Where are we? Is it safe?
Yes, we are at my house.
Our house.
Thank you.
My house.
I guess technically.
I didn't think I'd make it after the Inquisition plowed through. Are the girls okay?
I believe we saved all of them.
Let's see, there's
Are they also
Jenny,
here?
there's Ruby, there's Scarlet, there's
Of course, you would know them by name.
I would basically
So-
know them all on first name basis almost as often as I went.
Without me thinking of the repercussions of these actions, I probably would have also brought them back home with us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we need to look after them and heal them and whatever, so they
I
don't
assu-
die.
I assume they probably lived.
Oh, they're all fine. They're all fine. Oh,
They're good? They're good?
Some of them might have. I mean, a broken bone here and there. Some burns, but nothing. A little bit of smoke inhalation, but they're fine.
Lambert, Lucian, I need you to make sure the girls are all taken care of.
I mean, they're good. They're chilling. I gave them some health potions.
Yeah, they're all here.
Good.
You can stay in my room if you need to.
I'll have to send them some money while they're out of work, and get the changelings among them out of the city just in case. She kind of lays back down and kind of leans up against anything available. I don't know how the Inquisition found out about us, but they've certainly gotten bolder under that Tandor fella.
I want to give
Is
up
that
a
an-
piece of my fist.
Is Tandor someone we know?
He's the one that stopped you. He's the one that he was the guy at the guild hall whenever you first met.
Okay, the name sounded
Inquisition
familiar.
Yeah,
Get them for this.
Tandor Vaughn. He was the one that attacked your guild hall. Apparently, they thought it was a good idea to make him the master inquirer of the city. Probably helps that he is the Grand Inquisitor's son.
Ah.
Makes me want to kill him even more.
In any case, I'm sure the faceless know by now. We should be careful.
Now, you said the girls are out of work and that you might have to send them away. I think it would be safer and a job if they became part of the crew of our ship.
Wait, what?
Eh?
Lucian,
I'm
I don't think we should.
Unsure if that's a good idea.
You know, I
None
thought
of
you were
them
going.
have practical skills per se.
I thought you were going to say they could be servants at the house or something. Why would you throw these poor girls on a ship?
We don't have a servants'
Well-
quarters.
The main reason is just like, at the house, we're not here.
Yeah.
Like on the ship, there's always, like, there's Karinas, there's Ilrith, there's Dakar, right? Like, they can all.
We could keep them in your old room and buy some extra beds. Or your parents' old room.
I mean, to be fair, we do have ample room here for them to easily stay. I mean, hell, the lounge by itself is pretty big. And God knows.
We keep Ilrith here, he could defend them.
We could get rid of this bed and fit like 8 bunks in here.
Is there Inquisition in Vale?
No. There's not.
I could.
There's
I
very
could take them-
specifically not.
I could take them to Vale.
I don't know if they'd want that.
If you
Up
can
to
take
them.
the changelings at least, quite a few of them actually live here in the city, apartments outside of the brothel itself, but there are a few changelings that I managed
Yeah.
to. If you could take them to Vale, it would be quite
Yeah,
appreciative.
Anyone who is a changeling, I can take to Vale. Today, even.
Yeah, that works.
Good. It'd certainly take a weight off my mind. Let me send to my contact there. All right.
You can use the chamber if you'd like.
I've already done it.
well. Never mind.
This
any
is a
case-
natural ability of hers.
She casts sending.
I thought you said it was like a natural ability of hers.
Was it?
Intrinsically can cast.
I'm not looking at the stat block, but it's.
Oh, Nate doesn't
She-
remember these things? Remember something? No.
She is minorly telepathic, but whenever it's like long distance, it doesn't go that far.
All those fees. So annoying.
She doesn't cast message. She is telepathic within 60 feet.
She has the message.
In any case, after she's already like sent, give them about an hour and they'll be outside the teleportation circle. In the meantime, the rest of them can probably fend for themselves, but if you're looking for housemaids or something, they probably would appreciate the work while they're out of the job.
Oh, that's gonna be awkward.
You wouldn't be potentially scared by a man with tentacles, I assume.
I'm pretty sure they've seen that kind of thing before, Gwydion.
I don't think I want to know.
I mean,
I didn't say anything.
Lucian, you two look so similar.
I don't think we do.
I don't exactly know what you're getting at, and I'm not sure I like it.
Well,
Some
we
girls
have a friend who lives on our ship who we're considering giving a job at this house as a butler of sorts, who is a mind flayer. He doesn't eat like sentient brains. He has like these little fats of rats, and he eats the rats.
Well, that's new.
You're all
It's really
terrible at
quite
withholding.
pleasant.
Terrible at
Um,
withholding information.
Don't
We're
think we
all-
should withhold this information.
We're honest people, Gwydion. You should try honesty.
I mean, look at me.
I-
I'm not exactly from here.
I've never lied a day in my life.
She is a succubus.
Yes,
she
but
like very clearly has wings and like horns and like a tail. Like she is a succubus.
Fair enough.
I mean, yes.
Um,
Like you're a fiend. He's like a mind flayer.
I'm
weird
just
alien
they.
creature.
As long as he's friendly, I doubt they'll have any issue.
He's very, very friendly.
Nice guy.
Then it should be fine. Oh. Jeez.
If you need some rest, I can take you to where you'll be staying.
I'm actually feeling quite a bit better. Any place to hide here is not going to be. There are other places I have in mind, at the very least. It'll also have a benefit of helping me recover faster. Well, as I said before, I'm not exactly from here. My house is here, but I come from a plane called Fierna. Plenty of my kind there, and quite a few others.
Lambert, didn't we need to go to Fierna for one of your things?
Sorry.
You wouldn't have known that. It
I
wasn't
wouldn't have known
called Fierna. It was specifically only referred to as the lair of Thanatos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't fucking know that then.
Perfectly
Never mind.
valid.
So that's not really a connection that she would have.
That said, I think after I did that studying, I would have connected that dot a little bit.
I mean, you probably would have.
When I'm sitting here just kind of noting down, jotting down a bunch of crap in my journal, since this is a succubus, and I don't meet many of those. And this is one that's not trying to kill me, so this is a rare opportunity for me.
Well, you don't know yet.
Moreover, this is one you have met before, but not looking like this.
Yeah. So, very interesting note taking I'm having. and feeling very, very mixed about stuff. Anyway.
Well, I appreciate you healing me up a bit. I would at the very least like to have a bit of a rest before I make my way back home, but you know, you never know when you're going to run into a demon raiding party from the Shattered Wastes, but you know how it is.
Oh, yes.
If you do have a bed available, I would appreciate the room for just the
Absolutely.
night. Good. And you take her there. She pretty much like, even just like as you're leaving, you can like
I'm
kind
not
of hear
leaving.
some faint. Oh, okay, you're not. Were you? Oh, is she staying in your room?
Yeah, she's staying in my
Or-
room. So
Okay, good.
what was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, I was afraid of the Inquisition getting ballsy and making an attack on one of our compound. It didn't really feel overly pressing considering how the Inquisition raided my compound. Apparently I got the intel a bit later than would have been nice.
So do you know if anything was taken?
Nothing. They didn't exactly look about the place. They showed up and set it on fire before they did anything else. So.
Is there anything... Are there any other locations in the city we need to keep an eye on?
I'm sure by now they're probably packing up and moving as we speak. I sent word as the Inquisition was at our doorstep. I'm sure they probably saw the smoke and assumed.
Well, I'm glad that you're okay.
Yes. Me too. Sometime in the Grand Orgy would probably do me some good anyway.
Well,
Sorry, that's the name of my home.
I pieced it
should've
together.
Prefaced that.
Been there.
Well, I'm going to go to bed. The bathroom's right through that door. Good night. And
Oh,
I'm gonna...
you have your own bathroom?
Yeah, every one of these rooms has its own bath, oddly enough. It's been nice.
You're not in here.
God, yeah, that's true.
They're in bed, Lambert. Don't be weird.
We're not in bed, but I'm not bringing boys into my room. I'm not married.
I'm sidetracked. Wow. Sorry, sidetracked
Everybody hears
because,
it from downstairs.
No,
The
you're fine.
succubus, though.
You're
yeah,
fine.
succubus. For all you know, I'm literally listening in through the door because succubus.
Probably, that's fine. I'll allow that.
In any case, she falls asleep very quickly. She, tired,
Yeah.
and in pain.
I'm gonna go to my chair and
Almost
fall asleep.
died.
All right. That's
I like
funny.
to-
I forgot about Sin's chair.
I didn't.
I think that I saved her life.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll
good
I'll
job
put
on that.
I'll put her in bed. Let's do that. I'll put her in bed just for funsies. The night goes by, aside from this, uneventfully. By the end of the night, Gwydion had already sent all the changelings through the teleportation circle. I assume you didn't follow?
Oh, I guess I can just not follow, huh?
Yeah. you
Well,
don't have
see you,
to.
girls.
Yeah, you
So,
can just
Cool.
walk through there. They're fine.
don't have to spend a night in Vale. I wouldn't complain, but
Oh yeah, there are worse places to be stranded. Especially for folk like you.
What does that mean?
He's a wizard, Harry. In any case, you guys wake up the following morning. I believe that's the 31st.
Should be the 30th because of what you said earlier.
The night of the 30th is when that took place. So you wake up on the 31st. This would be the day that you would get your scroll. So you
yeah,
go ahead and get that.
Adventure.
Yeah. That day, just as you're relaxing in your home and like kind of like, you know, figuring out the whole situation, you hear a knock on the door. Just
I guess Gwydion will be the one opening since it is for me. We just kind of know that.
I mean, am I
I
close,
mean, well, is it?
am I close to the front door?
Is it?
I don't know who's closest.
Where's the front
Whoever's
door?
closest to the front
Probably.
door opens the front door.
I literally
I'm gonna
don't
roll a
know.
d6.
Lambert and I are closest, objectively.
Well, I also don't have any heat in me.
Gwydion opens the door. I rolled for it.
Good enough.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
He was just by the
Crossbow
door
bolt.
at that time.
What's your AC? A crossbow bolt flies at you.
Ow.
That is hilarious.
Brings me back.
When you open the door, you are met by the friendly face of. Sorry, my mind just completely blanked. Captain Baker
Oh, fuck.
Oh, hey.
Hell yeah.
is Will.
It's
Hey.
the killer.
I tried to come to see you a few days ago when I heard that you might be getting the house, but I suppose you weren't in just yet.
Not quite, but we are now.
Can I come in?
Oh, of course. Wait.
Wait. Would you even know that?
Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're
Lambert
right.
wouldn't even know that.
He steps through the door and immediately like bites out your throat. No,
Fucking Michael is
Lambert makes a
ruining,
note.
ruining
Vampires
me.
need to be invited in. Got it. Oh.
So, how's having an actual home? I know you all have spent a lot of time at the guild hall.
The house itself is quite nice. A little strange given context, but we'll make it our own soon enough.
I have like
Yeah, I get that.
I have like reverse motion sickness, so I'm not moving and it makes me feel ill. I'm not even sure that was a thing.
Well, in any case, it's a bit of a step up, I imagine.
Oh, certainly, yes. I had a room before, but now there's multiple rooms I could just go to. It's crazy. Just be alone. I've got a library, much more than a bookshelf. It's a bit empty, but other than that,
I'm sure it won't be empty for too much longer.
yes, I happen to have run out of money quite recently, but eventually I'll get back on track.
One can hope.
So what brings you by? Just saying hello?
Yeah, actually, wanted to check in on you. I heard you got the house.
Yeah, yes, but things haven't exactly settled down since we got it. Still, yes.
You're all the adventuring sort. I get the feeling it'll be a little bit before any of you properly settle down.
Oh, a long time, I'm sure.
But having a place to call your own is nice.
Yes, one that doesn't pose a risk of sinking as well.
Congratulations.
Knock on wood.
In case you were interested, I've retired, The Doge declared me a hero, as much as I did. I guess surviving was enough. I shouldn't want for coin anytime soon, at least.
Congratulations on your retirement.
Quite a twist of fate indeed.
Honestly, it's been driving me a little insane. I'm not used to staying in one place. It's nice, but I'm a bit of a busybody. Luckily-
Aren't we all, honestly?
I suppose next to you, it's not a very busy life I lead. But
I wouldn't say that necessarily.
Sound like a man who might need some adventure.
well, I guess I appreciate the offer, but I'd rather take some time off. Whatever Elrin did to me didn't seem to have any long-lasting repercussions, but some time to recover would probably do me some good.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, that's true.
we might have a friend who can help take care of you for a bit.
We do.
I don't
Oh my God, we
know
do.
what you mean by that.
Scarlet, can you come out here?
What?
Oh God.
Wait.
Oh God. No.
You are not her pen.
I don't.
Hold
Hold on.
Are you?
Scarlet, how's...
Sen, I thought you were talking about Ilrith.
You know, I won't ask why you're here. That ex-husband of yours been giving you any problems? No, Will. Thanks for asking. Okay. You know, I heard about the fire at the Wizard's Sleeve. I suppose you were just taking them in.
Yeah.
We were
We're
giving
giving
them
them work.
a
here.
place to stay. We're not giving them work, or maybe we are. I don't know. It depends on
That
how well
kind
they
of
can
work.
clean.
Right. Well,
Could you guys just make that just a little bit more awkward, please? I think that's
I,
still comfortable.
well, I kind of just stopped by because I was in the neighborhood anyway. I'll let you guys get back to what you're doing. Thank you again for saving me. I'm sure you've saved quite a few more people indirectly as well.
It happens.
Without you, we never would have found the sculptor in the first place.
Well, you're welcome.
I'd like to think that we're heroes, and I cast prestidigitation to make my cape flap.
Well, I'll leave you about your day. I'll show myself out.
So he's not taking the hooker.
God damn it.
Absolutely
You
not. Are
can't
you
just
insane?
offer people. You can't do that.
I was going to pay her.
This isn't a problem.
That doesn't make it okay.
If she
She
said yes.
She
ever
might do
just-
that as a job, but this is a different job.
You ever just have a friend in sex work and you tell him, hey, can you have sex with my other friend? I'll tell you. I'll pay you.
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
I
No,
honestly
it's not.
don't see why that wouldn't be fine.
It's just like not
not
okay
her
on
boss.
so many levels.
If she didn't want to, she could say no, and that's fine.
Yeah, but I think the fact that she would feel obligated to because you literally offered it to him.
Yeah, it's really weird. It is weird.
Our friend like
It
comes
is
in
weird.
here,
I
talking
feel like
to
your
us, and
friend.
just like
I feel like this fits Sen's personality, and we can move on from this.
Just because
That's fair.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Because goddamn, man.
In any case,
I don't talk to a lot of prostitutes.
I noticed.
yeah, me either. In any
Not
case, the
wanting
rest
to
of the day
borrow
goes
one.
by. The rest of the day goes by uneventfully. Ibarra makes her way back home.
To the 7 orgies.
It's the grand orgy, please. It's just one big one. A lot of the courtesans have left already. They had homes of their own to kind of take care of, and maybe like 1 or 2 would have stayed for a little bit before, finding some other place to stay. In any case, the day ends, and you find yourself getting yet another long rest. Not that you particularly needed it.
I was missing 2 hit points.
Hell yeah! I'm happy that I could,
Thank you, Michael.
Hey,
save your life.
old school D&D rules. You only get 1 hit point per long rest. So hey, look at that.
What?
That's funny.
That's a thing.
That is a thing.
That's why no one plays the Red Edition.
Now, as you're beginning to wake up the next morning, you guys hear a loud banging at your door, either waking you up from a late sleep or distracting you from your plans for the morning.
I swear to God, if there's
I
another
go to the door
brothel
with my
on
ring.
fire.
All right.
Alright, lambs to sleep.
Pull on my ring here.
When you open the door, Lucian, you find a rather distressed-looking blue tiefling woman that you recognize as Jen of the New
Not
Moon's
me.
Requiem.
Oh fuck! Now what?
Do you know how hard it is to find you? I had to charm Bertrand to get it out of him.
Yes, yeah, yeah, you're right. It is pretty hard.
Don't we own literally the biggest
Look.
house on the street?
Well,
Doesn't
she
know
didn't know that you moved.
Fair.
We didn't send out calling cards to people.
No housewarming party?
I need your help. We don't have a lot of time. Talvin's in trouble.
On the way. Show me the way.
Well, that's sort of the problem. Here, can I come in?
Go for it.
Wait.
When did this become a thing? When did this become a bit?
Because we keep fighting vampires.
Well, when you owned a house, it became a bit. That's what happened here.
We didn't have a threshold before. Now we do.
She walks into the room. She's very, very plainly distressed. Look, Talvin, I overheard him and Rain talking about going to Maryland, breaking into the Royal Armory in Ambria and getting an old shield that belonged to his great-great-great-great-grandfather or some shit.
Okay. That's stupid.
Well, you say that. We're talking about the Royal Armory.
Yeah. So he's already left, hasn't he?
Yes, they started talking last night, and I tried to persuade them against it, but they agreed to talk about it more in the morning. And I woke up, and they were gone, took the ship and ran off, left Pim and I at the guild hall.
Do you have an idea of which port they might go to? Presumably whichever is closest.
Yeah. But it's not even the worst of it. Look, I broke into Rain's room at the guild hall, and I found this. And she pulls out a small leather-bound journal. Rain kept a journal, apparently, so I did some reading this morning. The shield. It's important, but not to Talvin.
Okay.
Apparently it's to be used in some sort of ritual.
No!
The kind that requires, and I quote, the sacrifice of an ally taken by surprise.
Gonna kill him.
He's
I
going to
already know
kill
what
Tolliver.
this is. We need to get to Maryland before they do. We can get to Maryland before they do. We just need to know where they're going, and we can intercept them.
How the hell are we supposed to get there when they
I
ride
assume Woody-
teleportation circle?
I assume everyone's here, right? Presumably.
Well, it just so happens that I can get to Maryland nearly instantaneously. Are we
Then-
for sure going?
Then you'll help.
We
Oh.
have to, yes. Gwydion, you know what this is, right?
Maybe
Going
Gwydion
to
does,
the shrine.
but Tyler. Oh shit!
Prophecy, the
Oh
shield.
shit!
The shield and the brought on behest of an ally to be betrayed.
Fuck. Gwydion casts sending. Gwydion casts sending to the Magister, the uptight Magister in the teleportation circle room. Like, hello, Gwydion Luzin here. When is the soonest possible appointment I can make to use the transportation room?
I can. I'm sorry. I can work you in 30 minutes or so.
Doesn't respond because that would require another use of sending.
Yes, it
How
will.
long?
He's not in the he was not in the amplification room at that time.
How long does it take
after-
to get to Maryland?
It takes 30 minutes.
Oh, like by ship. A couple
Shit.
days.
It should be a few. Hold on. If they left for Port Cullen last night, normally they take maybe another 6 hours or so before they get there. But I've seen them use magic to speed the ship before. I'd say they're probably getting into port in Port Cullen just about now. And probably another 5 hours to get to Ambria from there. If we can just teleport into the...
Yes.
The
Oh,
Magistorm is in Ambria. We
Then-
just need to go.
Then we probably have some time to prepare.
We have 30 minutes. That's when I can actually use the... There's a whole process for teleporting to the Magistorum. So
Right.
I send appointments, and luckily they weren't busy.
We'll still probably beat them by a good few hours. It'll give us some time at least. For what Rain said in his journal, the shield itself is important.
Yes.
I'm not sure how he didn't go into too much detail here, but he specifically mentioned taking it before completing the ritual.
It's linked to blood sacrifices. We need to kill Rain immediately as soon as we see him, I think.
Then you seem awfully familiar with this.
Yeah, fun
We
fact.
found a prophecy. Yeah, we've been to a few shrines where blood sacrifices occurred, and there was a prophecy that involves a ring, a bow, a shield, ring, bow, shield, locket, and a divine harpoon, and 5 different sacrifices, 2 of which have already happened. This is the 3rd.
Shit.
We've been busy.
So we need to kill Rain to stop him from completing the prophecy. If he's dead, he can't sacrifice his friend, therefore the prophecy can't happen.
Right. Well, then you'd probably also be interested to know. He mentioned that the ritual had to be performed on a specific shrine in Ambria's Undercity. He made a little map here. It looks like it's near the palace, just a stone's throw away from the armory.
We were looking for that shrine anyway, so very convenient.
As
So I guess the question is, what's the plan? Are we stopping him before they get to the armory, or?
That would be best, right?
Find them before they get in, that's good.
I mean, it wouldn't be easy to get into the armory itself either way. If we can figure out a way to get in without getting caught, it might be worth it just to grab the shield and keep it away from them. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that easy. Simple invisibility isn't going to work. Teleportation is blocked. Magic is suppressed. And they've got enough guard and probably all sorts of other security measures to protect against a dragon attack.
Has
The
to
way
be
I
a
see
way
it,
inside.
if we're going to ambush them, it's best that we either do it before they reach the armory or before they reach the shrine.
Now, I will say, I don't particularly feel like killing someone in the middle of a busy city and then saying it was self-defense via prophecy.
Yeah, fun fact, those court cases never work out the way you think.
It's a poor defense, if there ever was one. So we might have to get into the armory, but then I would be useless.
Right?
We can figure out a way into the armory. That's if. I have no qualms with being a murderer as long as we stop this prophecy from occurring.
Oh, look, there are ways to disrupt the magic suppression. There's sigils that create an anti-magic field around it. It's why I argued against it. But if we disrupt those, we might be able to, at the very least, cast spells. And still,
Would be nice.
breaking into that place is a death wish, plain and simple. I'm not saying it can't be done. It's just it take a lot more than a ragtag group of adventurers. I'm talking a group of elite thieves, some trained in magic, in combination with a major distraction that takes some of the guards away from the armory. And I don't mean to be overly negative, but it just, if I thought it was able to be done, I likely would have been on the boat with Tulvin in the first place.
Well, do you know an elite group of magical thieves, or are you just spitballing?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, neither do I, so...
Calvin and Rain must have some kind of plan to get in there.
That is true. What are they doing?
Well, surely, but they wouldn't have talked to me about it.
Well, we could wait for them to break in for us and follow their lead, but that does pose the risk of them committing to their plan and fulfilling it before we can stop them.
At the very least, the armory and the shrine are apart each other.
Should we wait at the shrine? Or should we go to the armory? Maybe they'll get caught at the armory and we don't have to deal with it.
Well, it's not exactly preferable either. I'd rather Tulvin be alive and safe.
Yes.
If we can find the shrine and we go to the shrine, we just need to make sure that he doesn't kill Tulvin on the shrine.
I don't think that Madame Du Bois is going to let me borrow that little trinket of hers again for this.
To be fair, the last time we had to deal with something within one of those shrines, yeah, that didn't go well for us either, mate.
That was difficult.
We know how to get to the Undercity. So if we try to stop them before they get to the armory, but they do get to the armory, we can go to the shrine before they do.
What if I just told the general of the Magistorium that someone was about to break into the armory? Wouldn't she?
A good idea.
Wouldn't it be her job to sort it out then? Or do we not want them both to come under the full fire of the army?
I mean,
Stop it before that happens.
Don't necessarily want Tulvin to die for this.
If they attempt to break in, they're dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe we try to stop them before.
We should probably try to stop them before.
I mean, for God's sake, we know what the ship looks like. We could simply snag them, have a conversation with them when they dock.
Yeah, we could catch them at the docks, that is true. Oh, are they already docked? Hold on. I cast Scrying through the staff on Tulvin. Where are they?
Let me pull up the stat block. That's not where...
It's impossibly, formatted.
What's the DC?
Oh, it's actually pretty high now. 18.
We've met the target, so we have a +5. You have a +5. Oh, well, you know the target well.
I would say you don't know the target well.
I have met the target, so that's just, there's no modifier. That's formatted really badly. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's horrible.
I wonder if I can fix it. That's just how it
It's just 18.
That's
Dragged
weird.
you there.
Don't
Yeah.
have their
And you
likeness.
don't really have anything of him on you.
Whoa,
You have a
wait,
likeness
does he have the
of you?
journal?
Do you have a possession?
That's rain, but we could
That's
scry on
rain.
rain.
Damn it.
Oh, you have range
Scry
journal?
on rain.
Give.
Yeah.
Make us round rain.
Okay, so then
Okay.
it's 20.
Yeah. So 20
Yeah, that's
total, right?
a -4 to the save.
Okay.
Possession.
Which makes
is
Oh,
so he
negative.
has to roll a 22. He has to roll a 22.
That's
That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
It's a
I guess
wisdom
so.
save, right?
Yes.
Wisdom. Wow, he rolled like a fucking 10. Yeah.
Cool.
Where's rain?
Right now, so as like you crack the staff onto the ground, the shimmering light from the crystal starts to like kind of refract and like open up a little, gateway, little window into the island of Maryland. It would seem that he is in the middle of a rainstorm. Constantly, it's a big beat down, and you see him on a road, a relatively flat land. Make a perception check.
Perception.
It's hard to see anything in particular. From the looks, he's not traveling alone. He has obviously Talvin and Brozdar with him as well. The three of them just seem to be kind of walking down like a mudded path, and you see that the rain is bending around as to not hit them.
Makes sense. So they're on their way to the city, it looks like?
Looks like it.
Perfect.
They're not at the city yet. They're walking there. So they've already docked. So we can get in the city before them. And I think we got about 20 minutes before my appointment.
Makes sense.
Good. In that case, we'll have a little bit of time to plan. Now, I'm not the smartest individual. You probably know more than me and be able to strategize a little better. I'm somewhat of a mage myself, although my repertoire is somewhat limited. Outside of offensive magics, I can teleport either 30 or 90 feet, although the 90-foot one comes with a bit of a caveat. I can polymorph, levitate, I can cause creatures to grow and shrink, and I can summon a cloud of darkness. Aside from that, I'm unsure of how useful I would be.
Oh, better than nothing. At the very least, if you could use maybe one of those polymorph spells to incapacitate one of them for a time, it would be infinitely useful. Like Browstar, for example. Don't really feel like dealing with him again. Or the one himself, Rain. If we could just prevent him from doing the sacrifice at all, then that would be ideal. Take him out first. Take him out quickly. Don't know how defensible your comrades are against magic.
Rain is pretty defensible.
Does the anti-magic field extend to the outside of the armory?
I'm not exactly sure. They brought it up. I know for a fact that the armory itself is under the effect of it.
Because if we could stop him from casting spells so he can't go anywhere, but maybe not. That's not possible.
I will say, as a last resort, and I brought this up earlier, I do know the General of the Magic Storm, and one quick sending would put it into it rather quickly, but I can't guarantee that she would spare your friends for this offense. Can't guarantee she's not busy either, but a break into the Royal Armory seems like a rather dire emergency that they would dispatch quite a few people to.
As much as I don't like Talvin and Brozdar, I also don't want them dead.
I would rather spare them from that, but if there is nothing else, that is our last resort, I think.
It does, at the very least, increase the odds of them not executing the ritual.
But it's not what we would prefer to happen. We only want Rain to be taken out of the picture, really, since he's the proprietor of this.
If at all possible.
Yes. Well, it's past 10, so I don't know if we want
Yeah.
Yeah.
to, like... Yeah,
So
plan
the
it
30 minutes pass. You walk your way through the teleportation circle and into the Magistorium Arcana. You rush out of the Magistorium, finding the late morning sun to be blocked by thick storm clouds, pouring rain down upon the city, lightning flashing every dozen seconds or so. Although it's abysmal to travel through, the thought does occur to you that the darkness and rain will make it hard to identify a lot of you, in case that matters. The solace is somewhat short-lived, as a few of you notice something strange happening in the clouds above. Each bolt of lightning seems to linger in the air for just a moment. And so, striking the ground, it traverses through the clouds themselves, seemingly into the same area, coalescing above the section of the city that contains the armory and the entrance to the Undercity.
That's probably not a good sign.
And as you walk your way toward the Royal Armory in hopes that you would be able to prevent the theft of the shield belonging to Talvin's ancestor, we're going to end the session there.
Nice.
Ta-da.
Tomorrow or next week should be
Interesting.
intense.
Oh man, aren't you glad to have a wizard in your party? We just fucking got there. We saw what was up. And we just go. Now that is my only 5th level. So unless we could somehow take an hour. That's unfortunate.
Well, I feel
we
like
do
that
have-
is...
Explicitly
some
what?
time.
Yeah, we have some time.
All right, and with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah. Blood sacrifices. That seems to be our niche lately. Good God. Especially for this campaign. As usual, I hope you all enjoyed. If you all did enjoy, a great way of showing that support, as always, by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, sharing it with your friends, and tuning in next week to see what happens next. And we'll see you then. I gotta go lay down and make a phone call, apparently, because life. Anyway, catch y'all later.